Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This video today is going to be super relaxed and chilled. I am going to be answering some of your burning questions that you left me on Instagram. So I asked you guys a couple of days ago if you had any questions for me, and so I thought I'd take the opportunity today to answer some of these questions. I got so many questions from you guys, and as much as I would love to, I'm not going to have time to answer all of them. So I'm just going to pick random questions out and answer them. If I haven't answered your question, it doesn't mean that I don't appreciate it. Sometimes it gets a little bit overwhelming with all the messages that I receive. Love getting messages. Please don't stop sending me messages. I read them all. I just don't have time to reply to them. I wish I did. I really wish I did. You've probably noticed that I've been filming a lot of my videos in this room, and I wish I could film in all sorts of different locations, but right now this is the only quiet room in the house. I'm upstairs hiding while Rob is downstairs with all the kids looking after them, and so, you know, this is kind of like my only escape place, my bedroom right here, so that's why I'm filming quite often in this room. Also, I've got a new hairstyle. I don't often wear my hair up like this in my videos, and the reason I've got this hairstyle is because underneath this I'm hiding a new haircut, like quite a dramatically different haircut, which I'm not going to reveal for a little while because I have filmed a couple of videos, like pre-filmed videos with my long old hair. Oh, that's a bit of a clue. I filmed a couple of videos a while ago, like a few weeks ago, where I've got my old hairstyle, and I don't want to reveal the new hairstyle quite yet, and also I'm not quite sure about it. I need a little bit of time to get used to it, so you'll see it soon enough. Okay guys, so let's get into the questions. I'm going to be looking down at my phone now. I'm just going to pick them randomly, by the way. Do you like German cuisine? And the answer, I think I've answered this, and I really do like German cuisine. I really enjoy it. It's not my favorite cuisine. My favorite cuisine would have to be Middle Eastern, Lebanese food all the way. Absolutely love Lebanese cuisine, but German cuisine is pretty damn good too. What is your most favorite German food and most favorite Kiwi food? Thanks. Okay, I don't have a favorite German food. Let me think about this. I don't think I have a favorite German food. I like so many different types of German food. But something I really enjoy, which springs to mind, is a good currywurst with hummus. I like this best when I'm at some kind of a festival or a market or something like that in Germany, and I just really enjoy currywurst. I think it's just such a great fast food. I also love a really good German sausage, a really good Wurst, or Wurst as they say in Franconia. And I like to have it with sauerkraut and some fried potatoes. It's such a great combination. I never used to be a big fan of sauerkraut, but now it's really, really grown on me. I love the taste of sauerkraut, and it's really healthy too. And so we actually have sauerkraut maybe once a week. I have really grown to love it. And definitely my favorite Kiwi food, I'm sure I've answered this question before, but my favorite Kiwi food would have to be a roast lamb meal, and it has to be cooked by my mum or my auntie Helena. I love roast lamb, and it has to be paired with kumara, which is like a sweet potato. Kumara is very similar to the purple yellow kind of sweet potatoes that you can buy, but it just tastes different again. It's got its own taste, and you can only buy kumara in New Zealand, and you just can't beat it. So it has to have kumara, roast potato. It also has to have like carrots and green beans and what else? Any sort of vegetables, maybe some broccoli. But the most important thing is to have a really rich dark gravy and mint sauce on the roast lamb. It's just an absolute must-have. Which school system do you think is better, the German one or the New Zealand one? I don't think one school system is better than the other, to be honest. There are parts of the German school system I prefer, and parts of the New Zealand school system I prefer. I wish I could like pick and choose the bits that I like from each and combine them into one school system. That would be amazing. I definitely have a lot to say about the subject, which I will save for another video. Another question is, have your siblings come to visit? And the answer is not all of them, but most of my siblings have been to visit. So I am one of 5 children. I have 3 brothers and a sister. My sister, my older sister Simone, she has been to Germany twice. She came for my wedding, and then she came again with her family when I was pregnant with Matteo. And that was just one of the best times of my life, seeing my sister and my beautiful niece and nephew and my brother-in-law. They all live in New York, so it was just amazing having them come and stay. Oh, I dream about that time, and I hope that they can come and visit us again. And so my brother Daniel, who is my second to oldest brother, he has come to visit us in Germany. And that was before Amelia was born, and it was amazing having Daniel to stay. And yeah, we just did a lot of fun sightseeing, and he loved Germany. Daniel is, you know, what you see is what you get. He's quite direct, and he liked that and really appreciated that about Germans, and I think he could relate to Germans quite a bit. And also my younger brother Paul, he came to visit us in Germany when I was pregnant with Amelia. A long time ago now, but that was just amazing. He was traveling around Europe, backpacking around Europe at the time. So Germany, our place was kind of like his base. So he would go off and, you know, travel, and then he'd always sort of come back to Germany. And so I think altogether he was with us for maybe 5 weeks off and on, which was really, really cool. And, you know, that was a time before I had kids, and we just got to do so much sightseeing, and it was so much fun having Paul here. And yeah, I will never forget that time. That was so, so special. So the only brother that hasn't visited me in Germany is Andre, my oldest brother. He has 3 children, and yeah, he just hasn't had a chance to visit, and I really hope he can one day. That would be absolutely amazing if he could come. Another question, who was your easiest newborn? Okay, that is actually easy. My easiest newborn is Luca. I don't really even want to say that because I absolutely adore all 3 of my children, but Amelia was quite high maintenance as a newborn. She always had to be carried, and she needed a lot of attention, and Matteo also, even more so than Amelia. He was very high demand as a newborn. Absolutely adorable, both of them, but very high demand. And Luca is super, super chilled out. And he's really, really happy just to be hanging out with us, and he loves Amelia and Matteo. As long as Luca is an eye distance of us, of Amelia, Matteo, myself and Rob, he is happy as anything. He doesn't like going to strangers too much, but he's really, really chilled when he's around his family. He's not the best sleeper. None of my kids have been good sleepers. I breastfed my kids for quite a long time, actually. I breastfed Amelia and Matteo up till the age of 2, both of them, which is super crazy to some people, but it worked for us. And I don't know, there's just something about breastfed babies. They seem to be extra wakeful, but you know, they're super good sleepers now, my oldest 2, thankfully. So Luca, maybe he'll grow out of it. Maybe I'll have to wait till I wean him before he sleeps through the night. Another question is, have you ever been to visit your sister and her family in New York City? And the answer is yes, I have, and I absolutely loved New York. New York has just the best vibe ever, and it's sort of, you can't explain it till you visit. There's something super cool and super just inspiring about New York City. I was in New York for about a month when my sister got married. This was a long time ago. I think I was 20, and my whole family were there at the same time. They all came for my sister's wedding, my 3 brothers, my mum. One of the most memorable times in my life for sure. And before I met Rob, I actually considered moving to New York. I thought it would be an awesome experience, but obviously that never happened. Now that I'm married with 3 children, I could not imagine living in a big booming city like New York. I am quite happy living outside the city and visiting the city occasionally. How has the pandemic affected the bilingual learning for your kids? I would have to say that it has been a positive thing for my kids in regards to English. I really feel as though because they have spent so much time with me at home during this pandemic, their English has improved so much. I've noticed a huge huge improvement in Amelia's vocabulary when she speaks English. Also Mateo's vocabulary. I think their English has improved so much, because before that I really felt like German was their stronger language, because Mateo goes to kindergarten, Amelia goes to school here in Germany, and they had so much exposure to the German language. Also, they speak German at home with my husband, with their friends. The minute they walk outside the house, it's German, German, German. I did feel like the German was a little bit stronger than the English. Right now I think it's pretty equal, which is awesome. I'm actually so grateful for the time that I've been able to spend with my kids. That is one of the few positive things that have come out of this pandemic, that I have been able to spend a lot of quality time with my kids, and the English has really improved. Do your kids have middle names? Yes, all 3 of my children have middle names. Amelia's middle name is Marie, after my beautiful mum. Mateo's middle name is Stefan, after my husband Rob's grandfather. He was really close to his grandfather, and so we decided to use Stefan for his middle name. And Luca's middle name is Andre, after my oldest brother. Is your husband Rob ethnically German? Because in my opinion he looks more Middle Eastern or Italian than German. I get asked this question so often from my subscribers, and because I keep getting asked this, I will answer it again, even though I feel like I've answered it so many times. Rob is not ethnically German. He grew up in Germany, has German citizenship, but he is Polish. He was born in Poland. He's always thought of himself as being ethnically 100% Polish, but according to a DNA test that he took a while back, he is 50% Eastern European, quarter Scandinavian, and quarter Southern Balkan. So there was a circle around Greece, Croatia, and Albania. So maybe that's where he gets some of his dark features from. Who knows? Do your older kids speak German or English with the baby? So they speak a mixture of English and German with Luca. It kind of depends who is around them at the time. So when they're around Rob, I notice that they speak German with Luca. And when they're around me, I notice that they speak English with Luca. So it's going to be really interesting to see how that develops. Okay, so the next question is, how are you adjusting to being a mum of 3? And the answer to this is, I feel on a whole that I'm adjusting pretty well. Everything would be so much easier if Luca was sleeping through the night, but he's not, and as I always say, it is what it is. I really feel like Luca has slotted into our little family really well, and I think I'm adjusting pretty well to having 3 kids. It's not easy. There's never a dull moment. I have times when everything gets too much, but for the most part, I love having 3 kids. I love being a mum. I am one of these people who I always knew that I wanted to be a mum. I know some people say that they never sort of had that feeling, that sort of motherly sort of urge to become a mother, but for me, I've always wanted to be a mum. So I love this time when my kids are little. I try and soak all of that in, and I know that this time just goes so quickly. So I'm just really enjoying it. One thing that I'm finding so great about having 3 kids and having quite a big age gap between my kids is that the older kids are able to help out so much. Amelia is like Luca's second little mummy. I've talked about this, but she is just amazing with Luca. She can do everything. She changes his nappy, she, you know, comforts him when he's crying, and I don't expect her to do these things. Obviously, I'm his mum and I do most of that kind of thing, but Amelia is quite happy to do that sometimes. Mateo, he's only 4, but he really does adore Luca, and I just, honestly, I can't imagine life right now without Luca. I feel like he was just meant to be. Speaking of Luca, here he is, my little baba. So as I was saying, even though Luca was our surprise baby, I could not imagine life without this little man. He is absolutely amazing. We love you so much, Luca. So anyway, guys, that is all I have got for this video today. I know that I got a lot of other questions. I wish that I could have answered them all. Maybe I will save them for another questions and answers video. But for now, I better go. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, then don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. I would love you to consider subscribing to my channel. Feel free to connect with me on Instagram, and I will see you again really soon. Bye!